Have your parents gone home? I didn't get to see them again.
Yes, they went just before you got home. Sorry you didn't get to meet them.
It's really difficult for me to spend time with them. They're never around when I'm here.
My mom did it on purpose. She doesn't want to meet you.
Why is that? What did I do wrong?
She finds it a little bit uncomfortable to be around you. She decided to leave before you got here so she didn't have to sit through the awkward atmosphere. I asked her to stay, but she told me she didn't want to and decided to leave.
Really? Is that true? I didn't realize I was that bad.
You don't mind? I thought you'd be really mad about it.
If that's what your mom wants to do, then that's what she's going to do. I can't change her.
It might be nice if you try to make the situation better. Maybe next time you can try to be a bit more nice to her. Try to get her talking or something like that. You could start by asking more questions and showing more interest in people when they talk to you.
I don't think I should do anything, to be fair. I think it's your mom who needs to make the effort to get along with me.
Why should she have to do that? She's my mom. She can do whatever she wants to do.
I can't be bothered. I've had a long day at work and I don't see why I should grovel to your mom in the evening. If she wants to be like this, then that's her choice. I'm not going to waste my time trying to change her.
This is not the right way to talk about my mom. You need to be nicer to her from now on.
I just got a call from the daycare center. They wanted to talk to me about Sam. What was all that about?
They called you because they couldn't get through to me. Is that really so strange? If they can't get me, then they're going to call the father. It's not really too much of a stress for you, is it? Is there some kind of a problem with this?
Why did they have to talk to me? I was busy and I had things to do. I told them I had to see your mom.
You had to see my mom? You're making it sound like it's work. It really isn't. Are you really too busy to take a phone call from the daycare center? I think you're just being selfish.
I thought your mom was going to give me some money. You said she was going to do that.
I don't recall ever telling you that my mom was going to give you money. I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought she was going to do it once a month. That was the deal. It's been a month now and she hasn't given me any. I'm waiting for it. Does your mom not know that she's supposed to give me some money?
I don't think so. And what does this have to do with that call anyway? What are you talking about?
I don't want to be wasting my time answering those calls. You can do it or your mom can do it. I'm busy. It's your job.
It's my job? You don't want to do anything at all?
I'm busy with work and I don't have time to deal with this type of thing. You've got nothing better to do, so you can do it.
You make it sound like I'm lazy and I don't do anything around here. You know that isn't true.
It seems to me that I have to do everything myself. Can't you do something like answering calls from the daycare center? It really gets in the way of me and work. Is it really that hard for you? Can't you just pick up the phone when it rings? Your mom could have done it. She wasn't doing anything else. Maybe she could help out for once.
My mom didn't get a chance to do it. Just shut up about this and move on. She isn't here to help us with that kind of thing.
She never helps us do anything. I don't care if you and her have other things to do. You really need to do more to help me out. I have to work and I don't want to be dealing with this kind of thing. I don't have the time, so you need to step in and do what you need to do. I work. You've got all this free time and nothing to do with it. So you should be answering calls, not leaving them to me.
This was not a day off. I was busy looking after Charlie. She was a bit sick today, so I had to deal with that. This really wasn't a rest day. I had a lot to do and it was very stressful. You shouldn't try to accuse me of doing nothing. You know that isn't the case. My mom was really tired too, so she wasn't in the position to take calls.
You can't have been looking after Charlie all day. You must have had some free time. Sam has been at the daycare center too, so you didn't need to look after him. You must have had some free time this afternoon to deal with this. You should at least have some time before I finish work. I don't want to disturb when I'm working.
Do you even spend any time with your children at all? You never even see them. Do you even care about your children, or do you only care about yourself? You love to moan, but you don't do anything around here either. You don't even care.
I don't see them that much, but that's not because I don't want to. I'm always thinking of them and you. I was busy with my important job. I have no choice other than to focus on that. I know your mom hates me, so it really doesn't encourage me to spend more time around here.
Don't try to shift the blame onto her. You need to take responsibility for your own actions. You need to be nice to my mom. I don't want you being rude or causing any trouble.
When did I ever say I was going to cause trouble? You don't need to start accusing me of things. Why are you so early today, Elizabeth? Is something going on?
I'm here early because I don't want to be late for anything. I'm worried about doing that.
Why? What happened to make you feel this way?
I had an argument with Will yesterday. He was annoyed because he had to answer a phone call for me. It might seem a bit trivial, but he really wants to focus on his job.
Why would that annoy him so much? I really don't see the problem. If he doesn't like it, then he'll just have to get used to it. He can't be so selfish.
I think you're right, but he doesn't see things that way. Why didn't you answer the call yesterday? You could have taken it for me. You could have told me someone phoned and then they wouldn't have called him.
Sorry, I didn't think to tell you. I didn't think it was important.
It was important. You should have known.
The kids are fine anyway. Nothing bad happened to them, and that's the most important thing. You know the children are the center of the family.
You think the children are more important than me?
Of course they are. Don't you think so too? I'll help you with them whenever you need any help. Just ask me and I'll be there.
Thanks so much for all this. It would be so much harder if I didn't have you to help out. I really couldn't live without you. You're my savior. Sam, don't do that! Please behave. Your grandma doesn't want you doing that.
Don't worry, it's fine. It's just what children do. I'm not annoyed by it. I'm really fine. It's good to see that he's full of energy. When he gets a bit bigger, it might start to get a bit harder to keep him under control. It's fine now. He's not too much trouble for me. I like to have him around.
I'm still sorry about it, but thanks for being so understanding.
It's completely fine. He's a joy to have around. What a lovely little boy. I'm really happy to see you and him, so there's no need for you to apologize to me.
I don't know how I'd live without you. You're such a great help to me. If I didn't have you, I'd have to pay for a babysitter, and that would be really costly. Not to mention what impact it would have in my working life if I didn't have you here. I don't think I'd be able to continue with my job. I just wouldn't be able to balance work and family.
I'm glad to be so much help to you. Just ask me anytime and I'll be there.
Thanks, Mom. You're one in a million. It's not quite the same for Will's parents. They aren't so keen on looking after the children. I don't think they really like children that much. Sam seems to drive them up the wall.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wanted things to go well with you guys.
It's not that bad. We still get along quite well. I just don't think they like all the noise from the kids.
Don't worry. I'm here for you if you need anything. I don't mind the children at all. I hope they're not too hard on you. That would make me really unhappy.
No, it's fine. They're not that bad. They don't cause any problems. The children might be a pain, but I know they can forgive and forget when something happens. We can all forgive a child, can't we? They're only young and they do stupid things. And as you just said, I've got you to help me out, so I don't really need them all that much. Let's not get angry over these things. That's not going to make it any better. Anyway, how are your knees? You fell over. I was worried about you.
I did have a little fall, but I'm okay now. Not a big problem. Nothing I can't get over.
It made me really worried. I thought you might have to go for surgery or something. It could have been really expensive. As long as you think you're okay, then I'm happy about it. I just don't want you to be in pain. Did you go to the doctor? It might be a good idea for you to get checked out.
I'm fine. I don't need to go and see a doctor. Just a little bit of pain and it'll go soon. I'm sure of that. I know the doctor will be busy with someone in greater need than me. I think the best thing for me is to just do some exercise and I'm sure it'll go away.
Okay, if that's what you want to do, then you do that. No harm in trying that first.
I'm sure I'll be back to full health in no time at all. Just you wait and see.
I really hope that's going to be the case. I don't want you to be in pain. How about now? Do you need to have a rest or something? You're not too worn out, are you? You can always have a lie down if you don't feel up to anything.
That would make things hard on you, and I don't want that to happen. I'm good. No need to worry. If I need to sleep, then I'll just go and lie down for a bit later. I'm fine now. I want to spend some more time with you and Sam before Will gets here. I don't want to see him.
You can stay for as long as you want. You don't need to worry about Will. Just try to ignore him if he annoys you. I'm hoping that you'll feel more comfortable around him soon. I really don't want the situation to last forever.
I think men are all the same. They don't care about anyone's feelings but their own.
But Dad was so nice to you. He did everything you needed. If you were in need, then I know he'd call you to make sure you were okay. Will doesn't do that for me. He's always busy with his job. He doesn't have time for me. It's a bit hard, but I just have to accept it for how it is.
He doesn't do anything for you. That's really not right. I'm not happy about this.
Don't think about it. I'll try to find a solution to it all one day. He just doesn't seem to care that much right now. Maybe something will change in the future.
Just try to find little ways to try and get things to improve between the two of you. It might not feel good now, but you might be able to find a way. This is how it works between a husband and a wife. You just need to find little ways to make each other happy.
If you think so, Mom, I'll just have to take your word for it. Thanks for caring about me and giving me your advice. I really appreciate it.
What is going on with the house today? It's really dirty.
What do you mean? It's not dirty at all. I've cleaned everything. Stop complaining, please.
What about this? Why didn't you do this here? It's not clean. Look at these toys strewn about all over the room. Aren't you going to pick them up? And what about this dust here behind the sofa? I think it needs to be cleaned.
The children were playing with those toys, so I left them out. They're using them, so why would I put them away? If you just be careful and don't step on them, then it isn't going to be a problem for you.
Don't use the children as an excuse because you haven't done the housework properly.
It's difficult to raise 2 kids and keep the house really tidy. I think you're just going to have to get used to it.
I would much prefer it if this place was really clean and tidy. That would make it so much better for us. What about sending the children to your mom's house? She can look after them.
Why do you want that to happen? Why did you suddenly suggest this?
I just think if we let your mom look after the children, then things would be easier for us. Don't you agree? It would be less for you and I to worry about. Life would be much easier for us. I wouldn't have to worry about standing on the toys and you could spend more time getting rid of the dust. Aren't you worried about the children breathing in all this dust? It must be really bad for them.
I really don't think it's that much of a problem. I think you're being a bit over the top. If you're so worried about the children, then why don't you clean up the dust yourself? Why do you leave it all to me? I don't even think it's a problem. You don't do anything around here. You don't even lift a finger. When's the last time you did any housework?
I don't have time to do it. That's why. I've got work to do.
I've got work to do as well. You think I want to do all this? I do a lot more around here than you do. It's really not fair in my opinion. I have to cook all the food too. When do you ever do that?
This is not proper work. It's just what you're expected to do, so please don't talk like that.
But why do I have to do it all? Why can't you help?
If you want help, then get your mom to help. I'm not doing it.
What did you just say? What's that supposed to mean?
I was just suggesting that your mom could help you with all the housework. If it's too much for you, then why not get her to do it too? Is there a problem with that?
Why would my mom want to come over here and clean up after you? Are you really this stupid?
I don't see what's wrong with it. It seems like a good suggestion to me.
I don't think so. I really have no idea where you get these crazy ideas from. That would be far too tiring for my mom. It would really harm her. It's just too much for her to do. I think a better plan is if you do more work around here. That would be fairer on everyone.
I don't really want to. I think your mom would be better at it than me. You can do the difficult things and she can do the easy things. You can use the vacuum cleaner and she can wash the clothes. It really wouldn't be that hard for her and it'd make your life a lot easier. If she gets tired, then she can sit down and have a little rest.
My mom is not your house servant. Stop talking such nonsense. Is this some kind of a joke? Are you really being serious about all this? Why don't you do the work and then have a rest if you get tired? You don't do anything.
Why should the man do these things? It's not my job. I'm not going to be doing any housework. That's for you to do. I think it's a woman's job to look after the children and do the housework at the same time. I don't think your mom would be too bothered. I don't think she has anything to do with her days anyway.
Please stop it. I find this all to be a little bit insulting.
I think it's a good way for your mom to see the kids and help us at the same time. It's a win-win situation.
I don't agree. If you really want someone to help, then why don't we get your mom to help us? What does she do?
My mom? I don't think my mom wants to do it. She's busy. She's got other things to do.
Your mom doesn't do anything to help us. She really needs to be doing more. I'm sure we spoke about this before, don't you remember? I'm not happy with your mom and dad. They never help us and it's really not fair. All the work is left to my mom and it's really tiring for her to do it all the time.
I don't think it's work. I think she should be happy that she gets to see her grandchildren.
I've told you so many times, my mom is not your servant. She's not going to clean up for you.
Then what are we going to do?
I don't know. Get your mom to clean? My mom isn't doing it. You really need to change your attitude here. I'm not happy about this at all. If you're so worried about the house, then you clean it yourself.
I don't get why you're getting so angry.
Hi there, how are you? I hope things are going well.
Don't be polite to me. I'm not happy about you right now. Why should I be the first to call you? You need to contact me first in the future.
I didn't realize it was a problem. I saw you recently anyway, so I didn't think I needed to call you.
I don't care if you saw me. You didn't phone me to stay in touch and let me know what's going on. I want you to contact me more often in future. I don't want to have to make the first move. You should do it.
Sorry, I didn't realize you wanted to talk to me that much. I didn't want to bother you, to be honest. Now I know it makes you a bit sad, I'll get in touch with you more often.
I certainly hope you do that. You need to think about me more than you do. Are you going to come over here with the children more often? You don't come that much. I was wondering why.
I think we go over once or twice a month. I thought that might be good for both of us.
If that's what you want, then we can do that. I just thought you might be coming over here more often.
If you want me to come over more often, then maybe I could do that. I just thought the children might irritate you.
No, not at all. You know I'd love to see more of the kids. Sam is such a cute boy and Charlie's a sweetheart too. I'd love to see them more often. They're so much fun to have around. I miss you all when you leave. I thought that was obvious.
My mom finds it quite tiring to look after the children, so I thought you'd feel the same.
No, raising children is not tiring to me. It's a joy and a whole world of fun. I love to see their cute little smiling faces when they're running around having fun.
Do you think I could leave them at your house for the day or something like that? My mom does most of the childcare, but it's a bit hard for her. She's hurt her knee as well, so it's even harder than usual.
You want me to look after them on my own? Well, that is a bit more difficult, isn't it? Do you even realize how old I am? I'm too old for that. I don't think I'd be able to do it.
I just thought you might be able to manage. You've been a housewife all your life. I'm sure you're used to it.
I might have been a housewife, but that doesn't mean I have to be a housewife for you, too.
That wasn't what I meant. I didn't mean that at all. I just thought you might enjoy it.
I'm sorry. I think that's a bit too much for me. I've got a lot of things on my plate at the moment. I have to go and meet my friends a lot, so I don't have time to babysit.
Oh, okay. I'm sure you've got a busy social life. That's nice to hear.
I also have to go and study.
Oh, I didn't realize you were studying.
I didn't tell you. That's why you don't know. Do you think I'm too old to study?
No, of course you're not. I didn't say that, did I? I'm sure you can learn a lot of new things.
I think you should let your mom look after the children. She seems to enjoy it. I'd love to see more of them, but I want you here at all times to keep them under control. I'm too old for that, so you need to do it for me.
I guess you're right, but it's really hard on my mom, too. She does all the babysitting.
Things do get harder as you get older. I can really sympathize with your mom. But please don't try to dump the children onto me. I don't want to spend all my time looking after them. You should do it, not me.
Okay, I think I understand what you're trying to say here. I'll just have to find another solution.
I'm also starting to work myself again, too. I've been going to work a few days a week.
You've been doing what? I thought you were a housewife. Why are you going to work?
A friend of a friend wanted someone to work in their office, so I said I'd do it. The office is a really nice work environment, so I'm really enjoying myself. I'm studying accounting at the same time. That's why I'm doing it. I want to be a more useful person at work. I think they're really starting to value me at this place. I'm becoming a respected member of the team.
Really? I'm surprised. I thought you were just a housewife.
I hope you don't think I'm not up to the task. I assure you I'm good at it.
I didn't mean that. I'm sure you're more than good enough for the job. I was just a little bit surprised by it.
This is actually why I called you today. I wanted to tell you the good news. From now on, I'm going to be a little bit busy with work. If you come to see me, it'll have to be at the weekends.
Okay, I understand. I know you're going to be busy from now on.
I will be. I've got a lot of hard work ahead of me, and I'm going to do my best. You'll see what an intelligent and industrious lady I am. Just you wait. I'm going to be working a lot, so that means I won't be able to look after your children. I know your mom will love to do it.
I don't know if my mom wants to spend that much time looking after them. I was hoping you could help out.
I thought you said she didn't mind. I spoke to her once, and she told me that she really loved to do it.
I never said that. I said the opposite. It's really getting too much for her and she needs some help. I don't think she would have said that to you either, and if she did, she was just being polite.
I clearly remember her telling me that she was happy to look after the children. Maybe you just didn't realize it. You might not have quite understood her when she was talking about it. I'm just happy I've got you to help me out now I'm going to be back at work a lot. This means I can be really flexible with what I do. It's going to help me when I need to work. You're really doing a lot for me here, so I'm pleased with you.
I didn't say this at all. I'm not going to be helping you because you want to go back to work. I don't want my mom to do it either. She really does too much and it's not fair. My mom does all the housework and babysitting and she really needs someone to help her. How can you do this to me and her? You should be doing more.
I have other, more important things to do, and I don't have time to look after your children. You need to respect me more and give me some space. I'm not in this world to be your nanny. I know you're going to agree with me here. I think I've explained myself perfectly well. If you don't, then there are going to be problems that will be difficult to solve.
Are you really serious right now? Do you really mean what you're saying? I'm not happy about this.
Why are you getting angry? I don't think I've done anything wrong. I'm just doing what's good for us all. How can you disagree with this? I know your mom is happy as she is, so why change it?
I don't think she is. She might look that way on the surface, but deep down she's tired and she needs a rest.
No, I don't think so. She's happy looking after the children. It's a real honor for her. I'm too busy to do it, so don't expect any help from me. I'm so thankful for your understanding on this issue. If you want to talk about this again, then you call me back. But I know you're going to agree. I don't want to have to sit through this again. I don't want you being so confrontational about everything. Next time you talk to me, I want you to be certain that you're going to do things how I want them to be done.
I wasn't being confrontational at all. I was just giving my opinion. I don't like the way you're talking to me. You just want things to happen your way all the time. It's not right.
I really don't know what your problem is. I think you just like to disagree with people. I thought we were in agreement about all this. No. If we can't come to an agreement, then it's all your fault.
Why is it my fault? That's not how it works.
Just think about what we've been saying, and you'll start to see how unreasonable you're being. I'm old. You can see that. I'm far too old to be caring for your kids. You need to do that yourself. You're young. It's not a problem for you. You've got a lot of energy to spend on them.
I might be full of youth, but my mom certainly isn't, and that's why I want you to help her. I'm doing it myself because my mom is too old and fragile to do it all on her own. She's just not as healthy as she used to be, and it would be so nice if you could do your bit.
I'm not going to be doing anything, and you need to get used to this idea. I've told you several times now.
How can you be so cruel to me? Don't you even care about your own grandchildren?
I'm going now, and I don't want to speak about this again. I've told you what I wanted to say. If you've got a problem, then go and sort it out yourself. Stop asking me for help. You solve it with Will. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to listen to you talk about this. What's this money that you've sent to me? Why did you do that?
What are you talking about? What money? Oh, that money! That's just something I wanted to give you just in case you needed any.
Why? I'm not that old. I don't need your money yet. I'm getting along just fine without it. If you want to use the money for something, then use it on Sam and Charlie. I'd much prefer that.
If you don't want it for yourself, then you can buy something for them. How about some cookies or something like that?
I don't really want to give them cookies. That's really not healthy for them.
Whatever you do with it, you deserve it. I don't want you to do so much for me and not get rewarded. I would be really sad if you didn't take the money. It would be a great shame for me if I didn't help you out like this.
It really wasn't that hard for me. You've done a lot as well.
I've not been doing that much. I think you need something to say thank you, so this is it. It's really hard on you to spend all this time looking after the kids. I feel a bit guilty about it. I wasn't going to expect you to do it for free. I wanted to pay you one way or another.
It's not hard for me at all. It's a pleasure to look after my grandchildren. Everything is really fine for me. It's no special effort and nothing for you to think about.
It's actually hard for me to spend all the time with Sam and Charlie. There's so much hard work. It must be really hard on you, too. Thanks to you, I'm free to carry on at work. I don't know where I'd be without you. I'd have to get someone else to look after the kids, and that would be really expensive. I'm just really happy about what you've been doing. It means I can put my mind at ease.
I'm just happy to help, so you don't really need to mention it.
I'm really thankful for what you've been doing, but I can't help but feel sorry at the same time. You just do everything around here, and thanks to you, we don't need any outside help. You clean and do the laundry. You're so good to me, and I feel really bad about it.
You don't need to worry about it at all. It's nothing. I'm really happy to help you. It's not hard for me at all. I don't mind doing it one bit. It's a pleasure.
I know you don't really mean that. I know it's hard for you. You're not young. It must be really tiring on your body. I just want to give you some money as a way of saying thank you for what you've done. I'm just sorry that this is all I'm going to be giving you. I feel you deserve so much more. I know this isn't as much as I'd pay a babysitter if I had to do that, but please don't be too hard on me. I'm trying to be as fair as I can without spending too much money. I just want you to accept this as a token of my gratitude.
If you really want me to have this, then I'll take it. I don't want to make you unhappy.
Thank you for doing that. It really helps to put my mind at rest.
What about Will? What does he think about all this? I hope you're not doing this without telling him.
What do you mean by that?
You're giving me all this money. I hope you've let him know about it. He might be annoyed if you don't consult him.
This isn't really a lot of money. I don't have to get his permission to give this to you. He knows about it anyway, and he's fine with it. Even if he wasn't, I'd still give it to you. I can do what I want. I don't have to get his permission to do all this stuff. You don't need to concern yourself with that. That's between me and Will. We can sort it out ourselves.
I just think that once you get married, you have to talk to each other about these things.
I can do this if I want to. Now please stop talking about it. He knows and it doesn't bother him at all. You do so much for us and the children, and we all appreciate you for it.
I just want to make sure that he knows too. I don't want you making decisions without his knowledge.
He knows and he's fine with it all. Don't ask me again.
Did he not have anything to say about it? Wasn't he annoyed?
He's fine with it all. He really cares about you and he knows you work hard. You do so much and it must be difficult for you at times, so this is our gift to you. He really cares about you. I hope you know that. He always asks me how you are.
That's nice to hear. I didn't realize he cared about me so much. So reassuring. I suppose you're wondering what I'm going to spend this money on.
You just buy whatever you want to buy. Treat yourself to something nice. I want you to be as happy as you can be. Just get some good stuff and enjoy yourself. You can decide what it is.
Okay, I'll do that. Did you send some more money to your mother?
Yes, I did. I did it a few days ago. Are you okay with that?
How much did you give her? Was it more than usual?
Sorry, it was a little bit more. I just wanted to be nice to her. She really does so much for us. I'm really impressed with all the stuff she does, so I wanted to reward her a little bit more than usual. I thought it would be okay. I don't think it's right to give her a small amount. What do you think?
You gave her more money? Why did you do that? I didn't agree to this.
Why is this such a shock for you? It was only a little bit more than what we agreed.
I think it's really too much. We don't need to give her that much. You should have asked me first. Why didn't you let me know?
I did ask you. I told you and you were fine with it. We agreed to it all and I've only given her a tiny bit more than usual. I think you can be a bit more accepting of this. I don't think I have to get your permission to do everything.
I just wish you didn't give her more money. I thought we were giving her more than she needed.
I will just spend a little bit less. It's not going to be a problem at all.
But this is our money. Why are you giving it all to your mom? If we have more money, then we could afford to enjoy life more than we already do.
If you want to buy something, then you can spend your own money. You don't need mine. Why are you being like this all of a sudden? What's wrong with you?
I don't know why I even bother to talk to you at times. You just don't want to listen, do you?
I didn't know you were this mean when it came to spending money. Be a bit more generous, please. Do you really need the money right now? Is there something you need to buy? If there is, then please tell me and we can talk about it.
I just think you should pay your mom the market price for her labor.
What are you talking about? Have you really lost your mind? She comes over and helps us whenever we need her. That's not something you can put a price on. What's this about the market price? If we paid her that, then she'd get even more money. You want me to pay her the same as I would have to pay a babysitter? That's going to be even more expensive than now.
Why don't we employ someone to look after the children? If we are going to pay, we should get a professional. Your mom is supposed to be doing it for free. She shouldn't be taking any money from us over this. Why do we have to pay her when she's a member of the family? This is just normal. That's what everyone does.
Who? Who does that? Your friends at work? Do they do it that way? I don't see you helping at all, and your mom doesn't do anything either. This is all really hard on my mom, and I wanted to try and give her something in return. I thought a bit of cash would be a nice way for me to say thanks to her. You don't want to give it to her? You think it's all too much? How can you be so selfish?
Fine. If that's what you want to do, then I'm not really in a position to stop you. Is she going to keep getting that money from you? How long is this going to go on for? I want you to keep me informed in the future so I know what's going on too.
You don't want me to give it to her? Is that what this is about?
I just don't want you to do things without asking me first. You need to tell me too. The children are getting bigger and bigger and it's only going to be more difficult.
So what if they're getting bigger? What does that have to do with it?
I just thought I'd mention it. I don't know if your mom can keep up with it.
Then who else is going to do it? You never do anything at all. You really need to do more to help with the children. You just don't do enough. I personally find it a little bit insulting that you expect everyone else to do the work and you do nothing. The children are getting bigger and you're not doing anything to help.
I work, so I really don't have any time to do that kind of stuff.
So when are you going to start doing something? You really need to do better around here. All you do is go and see your dad at the weekend. You never have time to help anyone with anything. All you care about is yourself and what you want to do. I think it's time you changed. You really need to show more appreciation to my mom when you consider all that she does for us. When did you ever thank her? I just feel like you don't care one bit. Is that right? Am I right here?
I really am thankful for everything your mom does, even if I don't seem that way. I just think that we're spending too much money on her, and it would be good if we spent a little less. I just feel like it's an excuse for you to give money to your mom.
What are you talking about? What a stupid thing to say. Did I actually hear what you just said? Have you gone and lost your mind? An excuse? What a stupid thing to say. I'm giving her the money because she's been helping look after the children. There's no other reason. Have you said enough yet? Have you said all you want to? I'm really sick of listening to you now.
I'm sorry. Did I upset you? Did I say something wrong? I don't think I'm being unfair here. Why does she even need that money anyway? What is she going to buy with it? She's old. I don't see why she needs all that money.
Have you really lost your mind? I can't just accept your point of view here. How could you say such terrible things about my mother? What is wrong with you?
Whatever. I've got nothing more to say about this now.
Will? How could you be like this? Are you crazy? Are you really losing it? I'm starting to get worried about your mental state.
What are you talking about now? I've just got home from work and already you're being like this.
You went to eat with my mom, is that right? It was a really expensive restaurant and then you made her pay for the food.
I heard it was a nice place, so I thought I'd take her there to eat. What's the problem? Didn't you like that place? You think I should have taken her somewhere else? I thought it was nice. The food was really up to standard.
Why did you take her somewhere so expensive and why did you make her pay? What kind of a man makes his mother-in-law pay for food?
I really don't know what the problem is here. How can you be offended by this? She earns money, so sometimes she pays for the food. I think that's the way it happens. I will pay next time. Don't you worry about that. Also, what's wrong with going to an expensive restaurant? Where else were we going to eat? It really wasn't that much, and your mom didn't have a problem footing the bill. It was easy for her.
My mom is not supposed to be paying for meals in restaurants. That's your job.
But she works as a housewife for us, so she gets some money. I guess we could think of this as being her salary. If she earns a salary, then it's only fair that she pays in a restaurant from time to time.
Salary? What do you mean by that? It's not a salary. I just give her some money to help her out and it's not for you to spend.
If it's not a salary, then what is it? She works. She almost works full-time for us.
I already told you I've been giving her that money to say thank you to her because she really helps us out. It is not a salary, so don't treat it that way. She does so much for us and it's really not easy for her. She isn't young anymore and she finds it hard. We need to do something for her in return. I can't believe that you would think of it as being a salary and expect her to pay for you to eat. What is wrong with you?
It clearly is a salary. You even give her the same amount of money each month. It's almost like a business.
How can you even say that? I don't know where you got this idea from.
There's really no need for you to get angry over this. I don't think this is something to fight about.
You really don't see what you've done here, do you? You can't just understand what you've done wrong.
Please don't get angry. I don't want to disturb the children. They don't need to be part of this.
Oh, you're worried about the children now, are you? That's really not like you. You only care about yourself.
Why would you even say that about me? You know that isn't true.
It is true. Just look at the way you've been treating my mother. You don't want to give her anything, even though she looks after the children all the time. She helps us and we'd be in big trouble if it wasn't for her. Why don't you want to give her something to say thank you for all that she does?
I do want to give her something. I'm happy about that.
I don't think you are. You don't seem to care at all.
I don't think I'm the problem here. I think you're causing an issue over nothing. The food was fine. It's okay to go to a nice restaurant once in a while, and your mom was happy to pay. We couldn't go with you because you had to go to work. I would have invited you, but you weren't there.
You did it all on purpose, didn't you? You went there without me and didn't think I'd find out.
That is not true at all. Please don't tell such lies.
You didn't want to tell me. You wanted my mom to pay for the food and you thought I wouldn't know. That's why you went to an expensive place. You wanted her to pay for it. You did it all on purpose to try and gain something from her.
Are you crazy right now? That wasn't the case.
Why are you calling me crazy? It's not me that's crazy. It's you. You're basically stealing from my mom.
I just wanted to have a nice dinner with your mom and thought I'd invite her out.
Since when did you want to meet my mom? I don't remember you doing that before. What caused you to change your mind all of a sudden? Let me guess. You thought you could get her to pay.
Why do you have to turn everything into an argument? I'm really getting tired of this. We're all one big family and we shouldn't have to argue over this kind of thing. As far as I'm concerned, your family is my family too. There's no barrier between us.
You really are a crafty little man, aren't you? I didn't realize you were like this.
I really don't know what you're talking about now.
Why didn't you pay for the meal? If you wanted to eat there, then you should have paid for it. I know why you did it. You wanted my mom to buy you food. That's really a shameless thing to do. What kind of a man does that? I really can't believe you at all.
That was not the reason why I went there. That was not what I had on my mind.
I don't want you to lie anymore. Can't you just be honest for once and admit to me what happened? I never knew you were such a money grabber. I've seen a new side to you.
That is not true, so please don't be saying that kind of thing. You need to agree with me here. Why do we need to fight over this? I'm really not enjoying this at all. It doesn't make me feel good.
My mom is old and she's tired every day because she's looking after your children. You need to treat her a lot better from now on. This is not acceptable. You just don't have any respect for her, and I'm really mad over this. You can't do this to me or her.
I really don't think that you're being fair on me here. You're going crazy over this, and I don't know why.
I'm going crazy because you used my mom's money to buy expensive food in a restaurant. You don't give her the respect she deserves, and this has been going on for too long. You don't do anything to help anyone but yourself. You're selfish and greedy. It's like I'm going to have a mental breakdown over all this. The stress levels are unbearable. Do not allow my mom to pay for you to eat ever again. That is not allowed at all. She is not your housewife, and she is not being paid a salary. She is my mom, and I've been giving her money to help her because she does so much for us. You need to see things as they are and start to change your attitude over this issue. I know you did this on purpose, and it's going to take a long time for me to forgive you over this.
I'm sorry I've made you so angry. I wish you'd see things the way I do. I really don't think this is something for us to fight over like this. We need to be more understanding of each other. I don't think what I did was that bad. I think it can be forgiven. You're really going too far here and you're not being understanding. I think you need to change.
No way. It's not me. It's you. You're the one in the wrong and you just can't accept it. Don't you ever do that to my mom again. Otherwise, there is going to be even more anger than today. You need to listen to me and you need to listen good. I won't warn you ever again. Your attitude towards my mom is completely wrong and you need to do better. I didn't even know you were like this and I can't unsee it now. I'm distraught over this.
You're being too narrow-minded about this whole thing and you need to think again.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm going to have to think about this for a while. It's going to take me a long time to digest all this.
Is it really that bad?
Hello there, what do you want? Why did you call me today? I wanted to see how you are. Are you okay? Doing well? No problems? Are you on your own again? Do you have nothing else to do with your time? Is that why you're talking to me? Are you busy or something? Is now not a good time? I just wanted to talk to you and see how you were. I've been busy with my job.
I don't really have time for this. I thought you might be working too. No? You don't have anything else to do.
I have been working, but I'm not working right now.
Well, I have things to do, so you really need to consider me and what's best for me. You have to adapt to my schedule. You can't just expect me to do whatever you want me to do.
Are you working now? Is it that job you were talking about? How is it? Going okay? Not too much pressure?
I think I'm doing really well here. They like me, and I know things are only going to get better and better.
That's really nice to hear. I'm glad that you're getting along well and fitting into your new role.
I don't get that much time to see you and Will anymore. It's a bit sad for me. Maybe you can take me out for a meal sometime to keep in touch with me.
I'll tell him that you've made the suggestion. It sounds good to me. We can take you somewhere and give you a nice meal.
I can't wait for that. It's nice when you're generous to me. I really like it when you treat me well and take me to places that I want to go. It's really difficult to get free time with Will. I know he's always busy. Such a hardworking boy. You can come too, though. I really want to see you there. Please don't be busy when we go for a meal again. You know I want to see you there.
Do you really have to go on and on about this? Can't you just let it go? You know he doesn't want me to be there.
What do you mean by that? Why wouldn't he want you to be there?
He doesn't invite me along, and he does that on purpose. I don't think he likes me being there. I guess he wants to save money.
Why would he not take you? That can't be the reason. Did you have an argument or something?
How can you not understand this? I think I've explained it to you well enough. You just aren't listening.
I can see why he doesn't want to take you. You do like to cause an argument, don't you? You're doing it now with me.
We didn't fight. There was nothing wrong. He just doesn't tell me when he goes for a meal. I don't think he wants me there because it would cost more money. He wants to spend the money on himself.
I don't think that can be the answer. I think it's because you must be busy with the children at the weekend. I guess he wants to leave you to do that. He doesn't want to disturb you.
He does it on purpose because he doesn't like to spend money on me.
How can you say such things about my boy? I know he isn't doing it for that reason. There must be something else going on.
There really isn't. You just can't see anything wrong with him, can you? You love him too much. Anyway, I don't know if I want to be there with you. He's really not been nice to me, so I'm not happy about things at the moment.
Are you telling me that you're angry? Maybe that's why he doesn't want you there.
It's not my fault. It's him. I can really tell that you're his mother. You both have the same personality.
What's that supposed to mean? You're not happy with me either. I didn't do anything wrong. You're the one in the wrong, and the sooner you realize it, the better.
I'm also not happy at the way you've all been treating my mom. I think you need to cut her some slack. You're always asking her to do things, and you never do anything in return.
I don't think there's a problem in asking her to help me when I need some help.
Then you complain about things. Last time you were moaning that she didn't do the cleaning properly. You ask her for help too often. You need to give her some time to rest and recover. She isn't employed by you. She's not an employee for you to boss around. Why do you keep doing this kind of thing?
I think I can tell her to do things. She gets a lot of money from you and Will.
What do you mean by that?
You know what I mean. You give her money so she has to work. I think it's only fair that I ask her to do some things for me when I need them doing.
What? What are you talking about? This is ridiculous.
She takes money from Will and then she has to work to earn it. Isn't that the way things work? If she doesn't like working, then why are you paying her?
I am not paying her. I give her some money, but it's not a salary. I do that to help her. She deserves some kind of a reward because she helps me so much. I don't want you to keep talking about her like this. She doesn't work for you. You need to stop treating her like she's someone you can boss around like a servant.
Why are you answering back to me like this? Why are you so rude and argumentative? Oh, I remember. You've always been like this. It's just the way you are. Are you really not happy about this? I don't think we did anything wrong. Your mom doesn't seem to be bothered by it at all. She gets my son's money, and that means she needs to earn it.
Don't say that! Don't talk about her like that!
I think you just don't understand the situation. I think you don't get what's going on. Your mom isn't unhappy about anything. It's just you causing trouble. I think you need to change your attitude to all this and be a bit more cooperative.
I'm not going to let you do this to my mom. It makes me really mad. You can't just expect her to help you when you need something doing. She's too old for that. If you treat her badly, then it's going to make me really unhappy too.
Are we not good enough for you? Don't we do what you want us to do? I think you're being a bit too sensitive over all this. Your mom is just going to have to accept what she gets. I will make the decisions.
You're really getting worse and worse now. This is really not nice.
What did I do wrong? I don't even know what you're so concerned about.
You need to be nice to my mom. You need to treat her like you treat yourself. If you don't do that, then I'm going to be unhappy. You need to understand this. You need to give her nice food when you go and eat with her too. You've never even asked what she likes and doesn't like. You just presume that she wants to go to the same restaurants that you go to. That's not necessarily the case. You should check with her first to see what she thinks. I know you haven't done this.
I don't think she is so fussy about what she eats. She seems to eat anything I like. Every time I've been out with her, she seems to have a nice time and enjoy herself.
You just can't see that she's not happy. She's just being polite to you.
Okay, well, next time I'll put a bit more consideration into it.
Next time? What do you mean? When is the next time?
I really like to eat with the whole family. I think we're going to do it more often from now on. I hope to go out for a meal on a regular basis from now on. I really enjoy it, and I know your mom does too.
You're only doing it because you want my mom to pay for you when you go to eat. I know she's been doing that too. She did it for Will, and I'm sure she's doing it for you as well.
Who cares whose money it is? As long as we have a good time, that's all that counts.
It matters. You need to realize this soon.
What is wrong with you? Are you going crazy? Are you losing your mind?
Why do you have to shout as soon as you come in? Why can't you be a bit more polite for a change?
How could I not get angry with you at a time like this? You know what you've done. Why did you go out for a meal with everyone and then make my mom pay for it all? It was really expensive. Why should my mom pay for all that? Why didn't you pay instead?
I thought everyone had a nice time, and I think your mom was happy to pay. It made her feel good. It's always nice to treat your family to something good. Don't you agree with that?
I don't think she wanted to spend all that money. Why did you do that? And why didn't you tell me about it? Why did you keep it a secret? I wanted to know, so I don't know why you kept me in the dark. I'm not used to you going out with my mom and not telling me about it. It's just a bit strange to me.
We're all one big family, so I don't see what the shock is. Why can't I go out with your mom and eat something? Are you not happy about this? Has it made you unhappy?
You know what you did.
You told me that we were all part of one big family and we should treat each other the same. Isn't that what you wanted?
Is this really the same kind of situation?
Yes, it is. It's just the same as when you were going out with my mom. I'm not going to treat your mom any differently than you treated mine.
You did this on purpose, didn't you? You did all this to make me angry.
No, I didn't. I did it because it's what you all wanted. We are all part of the same family and you wanted to go and eat together on a regular basis. You said it would be a good way for us to get to know each other better.
I didn't want you to do this. I only went out a few times with your mom, and we were paying her too.
I don't see what the difference is. It's all the same to me.
You didn't have to do this. You did it all on purpose.
I didn't. I don't know why you keep saying that. I'm not telling you any lies. I'm just showing you what it feels like. You love money a bit too much, and you wanted to use my mom to get food. You were trying to steal from her. Do you think I wasn't going to notice that? Of course I was.
I wasn't trying to do that. I was genuinely trying to get to know your mom better.
That is so funny. What a cute excuse. Do you really think I'm that stupid? I think you got what you were asking for. You wanted us to be closer, and that's what happened. There's really no need for you to be angry about it. You just need to calm down a little bit.
I am calm. Don't accuse me of not being calm.
I ate with your mom in just the same way that you ate with mine. I don't know what the problem is.
You did this on purpose. You're trying to get some kind of revenge because you were not happy about what I did.
I was only doing the same as you. I don't know what the problem is. I learned from you, so you really can't complain. I only did what you did. I thought it was a really good idea, actually. I didn't make your mom spend that much money either. It wasn't that expensive, so you can't really complain. I had a nice time with her. We really got to know each other better, and I learned how generous she is.
I didn't realize you were such a scheming and devious girl.
You really think that about me? You're deluded.
I'm really not happy about what you've done here. I don't like people who seek revenge. It's a very childish thing to do.
If you're not happy, then I don't really care. I don't care what you think anymore.
You don't care what I think? What is that supposed to mean?
You know what it means. It means I don't care what you think anymore. I don't care about your thoughts. I've just lost feeling for you. I don't have that connection anymore.
I've lost feeling for you too.
I guess we've lost the feeling for each other. Things just aren't going to be the same. What are we going to do about it then? How are we going to solve this?
What could we do? I've got ideas myself. Are you trying to hint something here? Do you think we're heading for divorce?
Divorce? What a good idea! I think that's exactly where we're heading. I can't wait to get it done.
How can you make this decision so easily? How can you suddenly want a divorce?
It wasn't easy. It's been coming for a long time. I've been thinking about this for a while. Ever since you started to treat my mom like she was your servant, I've been feeling worse and worse about our marriage. I think it's time for us to end. I guess you're right. It's going to be an easy decision. I'm happy about it now. I'm happy that we've got this out in the open. It means we can start to move forward. You have no respect for me or my mom, and I can't go on like this any longer. You're not allowed to treat her the way you have been doing. This is the end.
What? How can you do this? What about the children? What's going to happen to them? Did you ever stop to think about the children?
Do you even care about the children? Why are you suddenly asking about them?
Why wouldn't I care? Of course I do.
So where are they then? Where are the children right now? Do you even know?
What do you mean? They're at home, aren't they?
Home? You think they're at home? Did you hear them make a noise? They could be anywhere.
What are you talking about? Aren't they at home? Where are they then? Did you take them out somewhere? It's late.
The point is that you don't actually know where your children are. The only thing you're concerned about is how much money we've been giving to my mom. You're greedy and you just want more and more. You don't want to be nice to anyone.
Listen to me. You're just getting a bit emotional now and you need to calm down.
No, I am not. I'm really happy right now because we are going to be over. I can't wait for the divorce.
How can you just throw away our marriage like this? Don't you even care about me?
I used to care, but I don't care anymore. You've been wrong on too many occasions. You just don't know how to behave properly.
Please don't do this. I want to make things right with you.
It's too late for that now. The train has left the station. There is something else I didn't tell you. My mom owned some land and now she sold it. She made a lot of money from the sale, and you're going to get nothing at all.
She sold the land? I didn't even know she had land.
I didn't tell you because I didn't think you needed to know. I didn't think you'd care either. You don't care about my mom and what's going on in her life.
So why did you decide to talk about this now?
I just thought now would be a good time to bring it up. Now that we're leaving each other.
Why would you want to do that?
I know how much you love money, so I thought you'd be interested in this financial news. You're a greedy man, but you're not going to be getting anything from my mom.
I think you're just trying to hurt me. Is that right?
Thank you for everything you've done for me, but now is the end. We won't be meeting each other anymore.
How can you leave me like this? Please think about what you're doing and come back to me.
That marriage didn't last much longer, and then I was done with him. Never to see him again. He used to be so sweet, but then he started to change into something else. He was nice at first, but people change and there's no going back to how things were. I wanted him to be nice to me and my mom, but he had other things on his mind. He wasn't nice at all, and things just got to a point where I couldn't take it anymore. It was all too much for me. I couldn't let my mother live through that anymore. I think it all started when we had children. It seemed to change him. He didn't like the stress in his life. I love the children, but I think he would prefer it if they were never born. It's going to be hard for me, but I think I'm up to it, and I think I can do it without him. I had to do everything when it came to looking after the children. He did nothing. There was no help from his mother either, and that was really hard to take. I sometimes find it hard to think about it. It really hurts me to know that they didn't care. They just left me to do it all on my own, and they didn't even think about helping me. I got by as well as I could. I think I've done a good job so far. I just had to get used to doing it on my own or with the help of my mother. Harriet just didn't have any time to help, and that was hard for me to take. It was so difficult for my mom, especially with her health issues. She's getting old, and it was hard for her to look after children. I gave her that money to try and make her feel better about the whole thing. It made Will really angry, but I don't care about that. She helped us so much, so it was only right to give her money, and that didn't mean we had to treat her like a servant. I don't know why Will had to treat her that way. He tried to use her money to buy food for himself, and that was really not the right thing to do. It was really not a nice thing to have to live through. It's okay now. My mom has sold her land, and that's going to give us a lot of money. We're not going to have any financial problems from now on. My mom is busy making plans for our future. She wants us all to have a happy life. It's sad what happened, but one step at a time, we're going to have a nice and better life. We won't be helping Will or Harriet either. They won't be getting anything from us. Even if he comes begging, I won't forgive him. He made his mistakes and there's no going back. I just want to get on with my life now and not be disturbed by the past. No matter what happens, there won't be any sympathy for him. I just don't care anymore. He can go and make his own way in life. I don't care. Thank you for listening to my story. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.